I heard this illustration one time comparing preaching to that of keeping a balloon in the air. So I've got a prop, okay? There's two ways, if you didn't know, to keep a balloon in the air, okay? One way is you could tap it, poke it, just constantly go back and forth so that it doesn't fall to the ground. That's one way to keep a balloon in the air, right? This is kind of like, when talking about giving, this is kind of like when pastors seemingly always talk about money. So you walk into the church and they're like, boop, 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 give. We got this need. And they're just constantly talking about money. Or you turn on TV and it's, man, that guy's always talking about money. Or this church is always talking about money. This is one way to keep a balloon in the air. And you know what? It's pretty effective. I can stand here for hours and do this. Don't want to, but I can probably do this for hours. But eventually what's going to happen is I'm going to get tired. I'm going to lose motivation to not only give, but to keep this balloon up in the air, right? And this smiley face will turn into a frown for everybody, for the pastor, for the people. No one likes to get poked and prodded too often, right? Especially when it comes to money. That's one way to keep a balloon in the air. I think there's a better way, and that is to fill it with helium, right? In other words, what's inside the balloon causes it to rise, causes its joy to go up, motivation to go up, and you don't really need to poke and prod all that much. You just need to fill it with helium every once in a while. I think that's a better way to approach talking on giving. So here's my goal for you this morning. I want to get you high on Jesus, okay? That's what I want you to do. I want you to get high on Jesus. Should I explain that, Mark? Maybe a little bit? I'll explain that comment. I want you to be so filled with what Christ has done for you that out of the overflow of what he's done for you, you just want to give. You want to give back to what God has done for you. If you truly understood that, you'd be high on Jesus. You wouldn't have to be poked and prodded too often. If I could say it like this, let's get this balloon out of the way. If I could say it like this, God doesn't want you to give for a season in response to a sermon. He wants you to give for a lifetime in response to the gospel. Amen. It's a good way to put it. God doesn't want you to just give because some pastor's poking and prodding you, twisting your arm and give. We need this. He just wants you to know what he's done for you. And as a result, God so loved the world that he what? Help me out. He gave. The only proper response is to give back to what he's done for us.